Hello and welcome to the Teaching for Success Faculty Success Center. This is a Teaching for Success e-mentor program. What's in it for me? A user's guide. Well, I'm Jack Schroeder, Executive Director at Teaching for Success, where I've worked in faculty development for 24 years now, after teaching for 14 years full-time and at 2 community colleges and the University of Illinois. So the question is, what's in the Teaching for Success e-mentor program for me? Why should I bother getting engaged with this program? Well, first there are 3 ways to engage, and then I'll explain the 3 benefits that will ensue. You can engage in our Element 1, which is a master idea library of teaching improvement suggestions, principles, best practices, you name it, it's there. Over 1,000 pages of ideas. The second element is a tip a week coming to you via email for those who like to have a random kind of idea, never know exactly what they'll get, but it's all designed to help you think about teaching improvement and to act on it in a quick and effective fashion. The third element involves social networking, which is very popular today and very effective. Of those 3 ways to engage, any one of them will help you reap 3 benefits: clarity of teaching, increased competence, and a greatly increased confidence. Accompanying this video is a user's guide document which is available from your institution, or if you do not know who to ask from your institution for this document, and they get this document when they subscribe for you to the Teaching for Success e-mentor program. If you do not know who to ask or do not have a user's guide, then please request it from us at Teaching for Success. Our contact information is at teachingforsuccess.com. Why you will want to do this is because this user's guide document, this Adobe Acrobat document, will store your institution's login codes, and you will need to have these codes to enter and log into the program. Well, how do you get program access? Okay, it's not too difficult. You go to teachingforsuccess.com. And on the welcome page in the upper right hand corner, there is a link in red and named the e-mentor program access link. Well, it opens the front door. So click on that. But before you can see the front door, you will be requested to log in. The browser should bring up a window such as this one, which would have a blank or a field for your username, or it may call it user ID and password. So fill in your username and ID and password, and remember those 2 pieces of information will be on your Adobe Acrobat user's guide from your institution. So once you do that and submit your ID and password, the front door opens to the Teaching for Success program. And you will see that you can access then 3 elements. Well, E1, number 1 element, is the master idea library of tips, techniques, practices, suggestions, and all kinds of good information from faculty who've been sharing what they do to improve their teaching that works for them. There are 12 sections to the idea library. So let's run through a couple of these at times in a group so that you can see some of the diversity and depth of these ideas and principles that are available to you. We have rapid help guides that could be very beneficial if you're concerned with knowledge retention in your class, running effective review sessions, and knowing more about testing. Success Insights was established to help you learn more about high achievement thinking and activities which pros from all walks of life have submitted, and we have researched to find out how do they think and how do they go about achieving as much as they do, and how can we apply those principles to teaching. We have quick tip ideas. It's 10 ideas per set that you can apply. Probably find one in each set that you could apply very quickly to improve what you're doing now in your class. We're one of the unique programs in adjunct faculty development that talks about critical success factors. And I think you'll want to know what these are. You can get a fantastic chart to summarize and give you the overview, and then we have separated out the concepts for each success factor and how to apply them to your teaching. The TFS periodical collection is extensive. E-zines and adventure journals are just part of that. And some of them are all grouped into a solutionary, something like a 400-page solutionary, searchable. You can find answers to so many questions about teaching in the solutionary. Also, quick courses, quick tools, and quick answers all help you get started quickly. And just in case you run into some trouble along the way, our smartphone mini tip section has Acrobat ideas that you can put in your smartphone, and just in case you've got them with you, and they might come in very handy. Well, let's look at quick courses as an example of what you will find if you delve into this library of information. And the quick courses subsection will come up when you click on that subsection list. And this is what you'll see about quick courses. There's a video and then a listing and a summary of each quick course and what you will derive from opening and taking that quick course. Well, here's what the quick course looks like. The front page comes up. It's a beautiful Adobe Acrobat document. And when you go inside to it, you will find it's a self-study Acrobat kind of document, which has tips, success principles. It has quotes. It's divided into chapters. You can do it at whatever pace you want to. You do it on your own. Nobody's looking over your shoulder. It does have a little test at the end to check principles. It's just fun to do, and I think you're going to enjoy these. We get many, many good feedbacks, especially about this positive class discipline quick course. Very, very popular. All right, element 2 is our weekly teaching tip series, and if you'd like to get started on that, there's element 2, and it's pretty simple to do. Again, you're at teachingforsuccess.com, the welcome page, and to the right on that page is a sign-up block. Name, email, and college will get you signed in. You submit that, and boom, right away you get your first tip. And that one is currently titled "How to Find Teaching Clarity and Why You Must Do This." Plus, there's some bonus ideas which come for that from signing up. And the great idea about that is that if they aren't right for you and you do not like them, you can manage your own subscription and you can unsubscribe at any time you like, no questions asked. The third element is social networking, very powerful and popular today. And we use a particular group that we have created several years ago. It's now over 8,000 members, called the Adjunct Faculty Teaching for Success in Higher Education. Here's what the group front page looks like. And it is run by LinkedIn. LinkedIn does a great job in networking and for business and serious social networking designed to help you improve, and that's what we're about. So we went with LinkedIn on this. All right. Well, what if you aren't, or how do you get started? Well, if you aren't a member, you're going to have to join, just like any social networking site. And so if you Google that, joining LinkedIn, you'll find this is a page. Fill out that information. You will join. Just like most social networks, the second step is creating a profile, and you can add a resume, summaries of your work, where you've worked, all kinds of things you can put on what you published, and it's a great business resource and wonderful to have, so that so many people can find what you do and how you do it. So I recommend that. Do your profile, and then the third step would be join the groups, and that would be how you're going to join the Teaching for Success group. How you do that is under the interest tab. It's not quite obvious, but if you go to the interest tab right under the top of the page, then the groups come up, and you can search for the Adjunct Faculty Teaching for Success in Higher Education group, and please join us. Then you'll be able to discuss, ask, learn 24/7. You can post as a member, read members' posts, and so what's some of the information you might find? Why is this so good? All right, well, here's some of the recent discussions that really might interest you. What techniques do you use for keeping a long class interesting and engaged? What advice would you give to new instructors dealing with distracting classroom behaviors? Do you offer extra credit? Why? How much extra reading? How many assignments is too many? What is your makeup policy? And finally, advice for instructors just starting out. Uh, those are all in member posts, and then the best of the best posts we separate out into managers' picks right there at the top of the page. Anyway, please do join post. You're going to learn an amazing amount of material, and it's open 24/7, and we monitor it to make sure it's a positive experience and that you will like it. Okay, number 4 actually is not a part of the subscription program, but we've just added a new book you might be interested in. It's called Moments of Clarity. It's an anthology of stories from faculty who teach for success. Well, the idea was in the social network, the Teaching for Success Adjunct in Higher Education, we put out a challenge to see could we write a book, and it's a group source book. It's available from Amazon. It's a wonderful read, and it's all about being a successful adjunct instructor. Well, now that you know what's in it, what's in Teaching for Success for you, the question is, what would you like to improve this term? Would it be clarity, additional competence, or working on your confidence? All three together would see dramatic improvements in your teaching, and I think what the final result would be more enjoyment, a sense of higher professionalism, and your students would have higher rates of retention and completion. Thank you.